Well, good morning, everybody. So glad to be with you this fine Monday. I hope you've got your PPV list out and are ready to have at it. Today, we're going to be considering the letter C. Yes, going straight through the alphabet is going to be the easiest thing for me. That way, I don't have to wonder if I'm jumping around if I just overlooked a letter or not. So, here we go. Uh, Thinking of the letter C, and we are considering it today, we're off to a good start. Uh, it was a delight when I began to look at words that began with the letter C to realize just how many words there are that begin with C and how many of those words are actually positive. Cheer Up Buttercup is one that first came to mind. Uh, Right now, I am choosing to focus on calm. Sometimes I get really comfortable with the status quo. I get sort of complacent and don't stretch the boundaries of my cozy little cubicle here. Looking around my space and its contents, I'm asking if it's time to consider expansion of my boundaries or even relocation of where I do most of the things I do every day. Sometimes I think I just need to make a change. These adjustments may be in the overall life journey I travel, uh, or honing in on the specific aspect of my weight loss journey. Uh, each day should not be a clone of the day previously. Each day should have some variety in it to stimulate my curiosity and keep life interesting and exciting. I don't want to get bored and complacent with the life I'm living. I want to be excited and exuberant about it. I know my biological clock is ticking constantly. So, do I maximize my limited time here on this earth to make a difference in my own life as well as those of others with whom I share my space? I believe we can share joy, compassion, comfort, and courage every single day. Uh, Comparing previous choices I've made to the recent ones, I see positive growth in many areas of my life through the years. And that brings me happiness and keeps me cheerful about what the future holds for me. Uh, I've also seen areas where the choices did not or are not now working as well as they could. So, I asked myself this week if I'm ready to commit to a different path that may produce more desirable outcomes and maybe even a little bit more quickly. I have found through the years that changing our changes is unlikely to happen unless we're willing to do the work it takes. I also have identified certain cautions with mental red flags or flares. What do I really need to avoid to keep from lapsing into boredom and unending repetitiveness? Do I have the courage to let go of what doesn't work? To, as Albert Einstein, to paraphrase him, uh, to not keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's madness if you're doing that. Uh, do I have around me a group of mentors to provide support and guidance along with understanding? We need to carefully curate and as we collect our support team. Uh, do we have each other's backs? Are we there for each other in the critical ways that make a difference in our lives? Do I have a collection of those types of people who surround me when the going gets tough? Can I accept the challenge of doing something differently? Will I attempt to climb the height that it's going to take to reach a new place? Uh, I hope that I can count myself in on living my best life and celebrating all that went right each day when I go to bed at night. Hopefully, as I reflect at the end of the day, I am not looking at things with a critic's eye that went wrong, but instead am looking at things in a much more positive, helpful way. There are so many reasons to clap and cheer uh, loudly as I round another turn. Reaching out to mentors and fellow travelers is one of the most essential steps I can take. I need support. I need help. Sometimes I need lots of guidance and encouragement along the way. So, having people who surround me in my journey so I do not have to do it always alone is critically important. Even the success of others in dealing with their challenges provides me with insight if I am willing to listen and not wait till they finish talking to make a comment, but to really listen with the lessons they are sharing with me. All of you encourage me to keep seeking my best path forward. I congratulate all of you in continuing your journey and all the successes that you are having as you proceed day by day in new and different ways. Uh, I am happy to take the helping hand that you offer with honesty and transparency. I love that you tell me it's not going to be easy, but that it will be worthwhile. Uh, if you have worked hard, so can I. If you succeed, so can I. And vice versa. We can be there for each other in the good times as well as the bad times. I find that people in a mutual support group have pretty much walked that mile in someone else's moccasins that are quite similar to theirs. So their compassion and caring is genuine. They get what it's about. And that makes all the difference when you are trying to learn how to deal with something like a chronic illness uh, or condition that cannot be cured but can be controlled. Uh, as I think about this journey we are on together, I want to sharpen my focus on two key areas. Outwardly, I want to listen carefully to you, my mutual support community, and avoid the voices of the critics and the naysayers who say it's impossible, you can't do it. Inwardly, I want to give myself grace as I try to give my fellow travelers, and also forgiveness as I make mistakes, as I learn and grow from them. I know that genuine caring makes the journey a delight. Care from my mentors, care from all of you walking beside me, and care for myself. Sustain my effort to live my best life every day. I can do it my way, and I thank you for caring about me as we move forward. So I choose care for my personal positive vocabulary list this week. Keep empowering yourself each day, and please take a moment to record the word or the words for the letter C that best represent how you want to speak to yourself on your PPV list. And please share your words for the letter C in the comments below, as well as your thoughts. I care about you. Thank you so much for making this a cheery day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.